So what if it had missed? If this big meteorite had never hit the Yucatan and never wiped out the dinosaurs, maybe we'd still be, well, they'd still be here and maybe we wouldn't. Maybe we'd be dinosaur lunch. Little Happy Meals for a T-Rex or something like that. Of course, the evidence that the dinosaurs left behind, we knew that they were as small as a chicken to much, much bigger than this room. And some of the things they left behind was their bones and their teeth, because the teeth are so hard. So the Triceratops is one that's fairly well known. This is a tooth from a Triceratops. Now, unlike all the animals today and us, we have one row of teeth. Dinosaurs had, well, you've just got one row on top but one row on the bottom. They had just a massive teeth. They had hundreds of them. So instead of in a row, they had rows and rows, like an array of teeth. Lots and lots of them. No, they're reptiles. Dinosaurs are dinosaurs, reptiles are reptiles. You notice all reptiles have their legs out to the side like that. Dinosaurs had their legs straight underneath them, right? Like us. So dinosaurs actually weren't reptiles. They think dinosaurs may have actually been warm-blooded, but they haven't been able to determine that properly yet. But they have got some evidence. Now the Spinosaurus is another one. He's the one that had the big sail on his back. Right, this is half his tooth. This is half the Spinosaurus tooth. So this is the part of the tooth that sat above the gums. So the real tooth is actually about twice that long. You can come up and have a look later. You don't have to come up now, although I'm nearly finished there. The real tooth was probably about that long. And that was one of his mid-sized teeth, not the big ones at the front, but the ones towards the side. The ones at the front were bigger. Like if you've got a dog, they have big teeth at the front and small teeth at the back. So that was one of his smaller teeth. But you might think that that tooth is big, right, at that size. You might think that's big. But that's not a tooth. This is a tooth. This is how big a T-Rex tooth was. Whoa. This is a copy of the biggest T-Rex tooth so far they've found. So you can see where the gum line was. That's how much of the tooth was protruding above. And this much of the tooth went down into his jaw. So you can see why he could eat whatever he wanted when you've got teeth that big. But teeth aren't the only thing that dinosaurs leave behind, or bones. They also leave behind other stuff. If we find this, we can actually work out what they eat. They leave behind coprolite. Anyone know what coprolite is? Exactly. Dinosaur poo. If we could find dinosaur poo, we would know what they ate. And we have found pieces of dinosaur poo. This is real dinosaur poo. Now, you might ask, how can we know this is dinosaur poo and not just a rock? Because if we examine this very carefully, we'll find there's little pieces of toilet paper in it.
So how toilet paper goes bouncing? I think they bounce.
No, there's no toilet paper. They didn't have trees back then, so they couldn't make paper. But this is a piece of dinosaur poo. So if they look at this, they could work out what it is they ate. Other dinosaurs, or whether they ate plants, what sorts of seeds were in there and stuff like that. It's got dinosaur poo here, and then it's got little bits of clay. It's been found in clay. Right, so how lucky are we? Right, otherwise, the dinosaurs could still be here. You could be sitting here reading your newspaper and a big T-Rex comes up and has you for lunch. So if not for that big impact, we may not be here today. So that just leaves one question. When's the next big impact? Who knows? We don't know. Right? NASA and all those are always looking for any meteorites that might be coming our way. If you're interested in reading about meteorites, these are 3 of the best books I've found. You can see them in a library or something. Excellent read on the subject. If you want to buy dinosaur poo, teeth, meteorites, whatever, these are some of the websites that I've actually bought some of these things from. So if you want to jot those down. So, if anyone's got any questions?